Hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus. I'm going to get my teeth in. And today we're going to be streaming some Factorio, the Farewell to 1.0 series. I just need to make sure I set this up. I just need to make... Oh, why is that not coming through my headphones? That's a little worrying. Why would that be? Oh, they're on there. Okay. Strange. I have to see if the game audio comes through. Anyway, basic point is, just to start the stream off so you know where we are in the timeline, Friday Facts 422 about the Tesla turret was the most recent, which has been surprisingly mediocre, well, like a non-responsive to people on the forum. I'm afraid there's going to be a lot of me speaking weirdly today because I'm still not well. My throat's a lot better, which is why I figured I might give a stream a go. Don't think I'll last 3 hours though. But yeah, I have a cold, and so I'm not feeling great. But yes, I say the Tesla turret, which looks awesome, and sounds like it's going to be fun to play with, but very little sort of reaction from people. I guess it's because I'm a bit weird in that way, in that I'm more interested, I think, in the combat than most people. I think most people, just want to build big factories, basically. So I'll be interested to know how many people turn biters off or put them on passive, actually. But yeah, for me this was really interesting, a lot of fun. But I say, Discord and Reddit reactions seem to be fairly muted. So yeah. Hello, Matrim. How are you doing? Good evening or afternoon, maybe. Yeah, it's afternoon here. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. I now need to switch over, don't I? So I need to click that button. Yeah, it's going to be a bit wonky today because I'm still ill. So yeah, forgive me a bit, but yeah. There's that. That's not coming through on my... Let's have a look on this. What's going on here? Yeah, that's not come through on my thing. Hang on. Why is that audio not working? There we go. I don't know what happened there. Got all my settings across. Hopefully it's still coming through on there. Let's do something that makes noise. There we go. That's definitely working. Cool. Okay. Finally got there. Now, where are we in this series? So I think I'm about to make blue science, aren't I? That's kind of where I've got to. Yeah. We've got a little bit of chemical processing setting up, oil processing set up. But we've not actually made any blue sciences. Okay, we have a lab here. Assembly machine with a lab icon, which is obviously to remind me. Okay, so what we want to queue up. I guess I'm doing flamethrowers because I was going to stick them on the outpost, wasn't I? See if we can burn some trees now. What I want to queue up though is kind of the path to blue science if we don't have it already. But we must have it because I've set the icon. Okay, so we've got that. So what we really want to see is bots. So that's what we need to be queuing up. So we need batteries. And then, what else? Advanced dial, lube, electric engines. Because the idea really is to rush towards bots so that we can get building them. Cool. Great, Sweden here. Last Friday Facts was long, but in my opinion, a bit too much on the background info. Yeah, I mean, it's tricky, I think, for them sometimes, because, I want to talk about what they actually did, and people like me find that sort of stuff, fascinating. To some extent, I'm more interested usually in that bit of the Friday Facts than some of the other stuff, but I do fully get that not everyone is into that stuff at all, so it must be a little tricky at times to kind of... How do we want to do this then? I haven't really got any of them, have we? Are we making... No, so what I could do, because they're relatively easy to produce. We've got this guy here. I could maybe move this down to the end. Hope they share something about the platform logistics soon. Yeah, it's a big gap, the whole platform thing. I don't know, I'm sort of... I got this warring thing in my, you know, desire for what we get to find out about, in that there's a really big part of me that wants to almost find out nothing more, you know? I kind of want to know what, you know, what's it called, Aquila is all about. You know, I want to see what that planet is, what its unique source is, and how it works and all that sort of stuff. But equally, I'm perfectly happy to leave a lot of the mechanics behind, because one of the big ones, of course, like you say, I mean, the platform logistics is a key one that we know basically nothing about. Another one is what the point of Gleba is. We still don't really know. We can make a flamethrower. That's always fun. You know, what are we making on Gleba that makes it worth going there? You know, we still don't really have an answer to that question. Put them in there. That. Then you need to make those, which is dish. So that's one of those, and then a bit of an underground there. Give it plenty of stuff. And then you'll make them. So what does that also need? That needs basically everything. Oops, that we just put on that one as well. In fact, let's do that like that. Give it lots of bits and pieces. Excellent. Yeah, maybe some machines are heat driven, like the nuclear power turbines. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this could be all sorts. I mean, we know that, you know, we're getting a cooler, but we also know that from like some things they've said on Discord that they're not putting a, you know, like a fridge or a freezer in for Gleba, you know. So it seems a very interesting thing to introduce, you know, because we've already got heat pipes, you know, so there is a mechanism for moving heat around, which has losses and it has all sorts of things built into it. We literally only use it for nuclear power. They've then introduced a cooler for a fusion power plant. So we have ways of moving heat and cold around, and yet all we're apparently using them for is power, basically. So it feels like that's you know, an area of the game crying out for a bit more stuff, basically. But yeah, I really want to know about platform logistics as well, because I still don't really get a lot of stuff about them. It seems most likely they'll operate a bit like trains. But what control do we have over them, you know? Do they just sort of drive around your system and deliver stuff, or what? I mean, what level of... How many of these actually going to put in? It's a bit pointless doing millions of them because I just can't support it. So there's 24 to do. That's 12 seconds. So if we put in, I think 4 is probably fine, isn't it? Just for now. Now the faster machine as well. So do we want to put? Yeah. So if I do that, move that up to there maybe. Just like that. And we can feed the ingredients in. Cool. And then don't really need fast ones, do I? I don't really I haven't really done a stock up in a while, so let's go and do that as well. If the planet is frozen, yeah. So many questions about platforms, like how would it take to go from planet A to planet B exactly? What is the speed of travel? Because one of the bits I'm I don't know about worried about, but it's like when you first build your first platform, when you research how to get to whichever planet you're going to first. If you what do you do then? You have to build a hub and a, you know, what do you call it, a receiving thing and all that sort of stuff. Great. But then what? You jump in a platform, you sit there for 3 hours doing nothing. I know we're getting remote build, so maybe that's part of the answer. You sort of build your factory while you're away. But I can't see it being very fun to just sit on a platform doing nothing for a couple of hours. And if it's shorter than that, then it just seems a bit strange that, you know, you introduce part of that. Surely the point of having a Gleba Science Pack that has a very short lifetime on it, I think, was it 2 hours or something, is that's going to be a close time, you know, in terms of, you know, what you can actually do in terms of platform speed. Because if it takes 2 hours for this science pack to you know, spoil, let's say you get it onto the platform straight away, brilliant. Does it really then have to take, you know, 2 hours for it to get to? No, we've already got like this. For it to get to wherever you're sending it, Navis or what have you. If it isn't, then what's the point of having a 2 hour spoil time? You know, if it takes 10 minutes to go from Gleba to Navis, then a 2 hour site, you know, because all you do is you just put your labs next to your platform hub. You know, it's not hard, it's not a challenge. So since they've gone to all the trouble of introducing that, it feels like that's got to be more of a thing. What happened? A bunch of them. Lights, yeah, we need lights. Cool. Repair packs, what about shotgun? I'll do shotgun shells. Let's make sure we've got a stack of turrets on the go. How many walls? I think I'll carry a few walls in case we get some impromptu visitors. We want at least a stack of them. Plenty of them. Must have put them down and not replace them. Plenty of rail. Loads of signals, apparently. I guess I wouldn't have. In fact, is there any point having signals given? There's no point me carrying them around, is there really? Because I'm only doing back and forth. What unidirectional, one directional trains at the moment. There's no point having carriages and any of that. What about tanks? Let's have tanks since we're messing about with things. I'll put that back, but we're probably going to go and grab some more oil. Right, so these we probably want, so we can do a bit of processing. Have we got a full stack? We've got a full stack now. Excellent. I will put those in there, and we will try to use blues from now on. Now, is there anything else we could make? I guess I should make these flamethrower turrets then. And we could just do them by hand. That seems unlikely. Spoilage time seems to be rather short. I'm wondering if having the main research station on Gleba will be a strategy, since the spoilage will be less if only the other science pack has to travel. Yeah, I mean, I think I sort of said this on, before, that I think what they're trying to do with it to some extent is make it so that it's up to you, that, you know, putting your science on Gleba is a perfectly viable strategy. And I wouldn't be surprised. My kind of thing is that actually, I think probably in that mid-game phase, like the only thing that's probably going to be limited is probably something like space science, in the sense that you will actually be able to set up like red, green, probably blue on every single planet, and that it won't be challenging as such to do those. The difficult one obviously would be blue with the chemical science, but I think I'll just hand fill that one in. Would be blue with the chemical science, but even there, that's not... If you know what you're doing, the whole point of Space Age is it's for experienced players. It's not really an expansion, that you'd be leaping straight into. You know, the recommendation I'm sure will be to play the base game through once at least, as is, sort of thing. Yeah, I think I'm stocked up there enough. Let's have a look at the power. What did that do to the power? Okay, I'm just wondering, I might go and pop some more steam turbines in. Steam engines in. I lost the plot there. Yeah, so if you want to transfer to Gleba, that's perfectly fine and doable. And as you say, your challenge then becomes sending space science there. And is that really how does that challenge work? Is that oh right, well, I need to send uranium to Gleba and do space science around Gleba? Because that would be an interesting solution. But if you don't want to do that, if instead you want to build it on Nalva still, that's still going to be a perfectly viable strategy. It's going to be entirely up to you. I didn't get any more blue ones, did I? What have I done with them? So it's probably going to be a lot of running around being confused today, I'm afraid. Did I not pick more of these up? Guess not. Okay. Yeah, and so if spoilage is the thing you struggle with, then move your science to Gleba. But I think the basic point will be that for the majority of the techs that you require, and the tech that you need particularly in order to get to Aquilo, I'm not sure that you will need like a full, space integrated logistic system. It'll be more that, how to phrase it, that you can build red, green, blue anywhere you want, and those will be the majority of sciences that you need to do most of the techs, and it'll just be a few that you need to move around, just a handful type thing. I was going to get some degrees, wasn't I? Some boilers and that. And it's only when you get to a stage where basically, it's like the equivalent of spaghetti, is what I'm thinking. That you'll basically be able to spaghetti your way through a space logistics network, and that just by sending a few science packs, to one planet, that you'll be able to do one research, and then if you send them somewhere else, you'll be able to do another research. Do you see what I mean? It's more like a improvised, put together system rather than a full-on. This is my fully working space logistics thing. Because my suspicion is that we will get things on Aquilo that will essentially allow us to do like the proper base, basically. So, if it is an expansion aimed at experienced players, then it has, and which is why they've been introducing all these big producing machines. Then it kind of has to be aimed at doing mega bases, That's because that's kind of what the community has decided it wants out of the end game. And obviously you don't have to, you can do whatever you want. But yeah, it's sort of that full-on. It's a bit like the equivalent of giving you like braking force. There'll be speed boosts for platform engines and all that sort of stuff as part of infinite research. So then once you've got your platforms up to their max speed, you'll be able to do whatever you want. We need that. Oh, we need engines, don't we? Oh, very annoying. I don't suppose the engines ended up there. There's some there. Did they end up somewhere here so I can tack that on? Not really. How about we get rid of that one then? Do a proper one here. So yeah, it's about giving you choice, basically, and for you to go, right, well, I struggle with spoilage. That's just not my cup of tea. I'm going to build my base proper on Gleba and import everything. Or if you're not, if you're not as fussed about that part of it, then you can build elsewhere. But I think all of them will be viable strategies, and this is what they're going on about meaningful choice and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so you've now got engines. You need pipes, gears, and steel. Cool. Got to get some fun toys to play with. And that's capped off. That's capped off. But you need steel pipes. And gears. Like so. Yeah, let's give you that as well. Cool. I wonder if how they made. Yeah. Indeed. Indeed. To finish the game, you probably only need a few thousand science packs. Only for the infinite, you need to send loads. Yeah. It's like this one. One of the things I'm almost trying to prove with this here is like I haven't done 1 per se science, second science. Because when you're in this stage, you just don't need to, you know. It doesn't matter. It's not actually required. But you can if you want, you know, and you can set yourself up to go. Because I'm not going to have my science here. I'm going to move it, you know, I'll probably have it over in the middle here or something like that. Yeah, because then I'll have nice access to iron and copper. But, you know, you just don't have to play it in one way, effectively. So, we need to bring in engines, fun, sulfur and advanced circuits, okay. I do any ratios on those? I do. Okay. Feeding all of that into... Don't think I'm going to achieve that, am I? Maybe let's just scale ourselves back a bit then. So we're really just trying to get to bots. And not necessarily as quick as we can, but as... you know, in a reasonable sort of time. Okay, so if you require... So to make 1 science pack, we would need 1 a second. Okay. 1 a second. 1 every 12 seconds, rather. And if we have 3, then that's 1 every 4 seconds, which means these, which take 10. I'm just going to make 4 of them, I think. We'll see how we get on with it. And you need... Okay. So steal them from here. Might be you get the refrigerator on Aquila. How you spell that? Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Since that is Cold Planet and it might fit the theme. Making bases easy with respect to spoilage. Who knows? Yeah. So that was my instant reaction when we found out about the cooler. It was like, well, so you're telling me you put in a cooler in order to do fusion reaction, which isn't that, you know, you don't need a cooler to do a fusion reactor. You could have just said, oh, well, it's some other, you know, some other way of doing it. You know, it doesn't need that to be in the game in order to make that system work. So they've decided to put a cooler in, but then decided not to bother using it for. Wait, I'm on which side? The left side, don't I? So do that. So yeah, interesting choice they've made there. Yeah, I mean, also, I suppose there's always the thing. Yeah, my sort of belief on that is basically they maybe tried it and it just wasn't fun. It didn't really add anything. But it feels, you know, it's day one mod territory, isn't it? Okay, so we need a lot more iron here, and then there as well. Why is this so slow? What have I done? Okay, so we've got very little iron ore coming in. So I thought I connected... No, I didn't, did I? Okay. So how about... So we've got so much here. We're running quite low on iron ore, aren't we? Okay. Need to consider a bit of expanding soon then. So hopefully we can get us up to bots with this. And I can build something more significant for science production. These. Put them power things in, did I? Yeah, so if we kind of do one of what we did on the other one, where we give it a bit of a... If you've got some excess, let's get that process through. We'll steal it. Cool. So always make sure you're going left. No, that's input, isn't it? If you've got some left, take that. And this should always make sure it's... No, that should be input. There we go. Take that. Turn it around. Cool. So if you've got some left over, send it that way. Oops. Which I've actually created a weird situation there, haven't I? Because this one I've also then pushed into the other one. Oh well. Yeah, I'll get some more gears and stuff. I didn't place this one. Oop. Right, let's go and put in some more. Cooler. Nice, yeah, and the cooler could just have been the chem plant, so should be used for something more. Yeah, people have been saying that it might be a kind of a chemical plant rather than a, you know, they're using it as a cooler. I certainly suspect it's, what would you call it? Form. That's not right, is it? Form function? I can't remember what the phrase is, but basically, however it looks will actually tell us what it's for, if you see what I mean. So, 2, 4, 6. Which is why... Oh, I didn't grab the boilers. Which is why they weren't showing it, because if it was just literally a cooler, because it looked like the model was there, and it didn't look like it was just concept art, why bother hiding it? No, might as well just show it off. Especially if all it's used for is cooling, you know, the nuclear reactor, the fusion reactor. Why not just show it? So it must be used for something else. And my guess is simply that if we saw it, if we saw what it looked like, we would instantly know, oh, that must be Chemical Lab version 2 or something like that, because to me it looks like it's got the, from the way people have stuck together other, you know, little Easter eggy things, where we've possibly seen it on, you know, on the edge of the screen sort of thing. It looks like it's got a big tank like a chemical plant. I'm not sure it's not the green building, you know, from the original teas. Where did the... They're up here, aren't they? Okay. So how many more would we need to sort of fill this out? Because we've got... we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then maybe 4 more of those. So if we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 7. Cool. Get that one done. Gives a little bit of headroom. Yeah, because it looked like it had a, you know, if this is basically a big tank, you know, it looked like it sort of might have a really big one of those on, which makes it then fairly obvious that it must be a chemical plant. Just say, if you've just made a chemical, you know, if you just made a cooler, that's all it's for. Why hide it? There. Oh. We're on steaming away, or on steaming away, excellent. I think I might just put a couple of turrets just in case we do get visitors. Seems a bit weird we've not had anyone pop by for a little chat. I've only got rid of them. Okay. Cool. What do I want to see in the next Friday Facts? I can tell you what I don't want to see. I think you kind of said it already. I want to find out about the space logistics, because I want to start understanding that properly. Because it just feels like that's going to be an absolutely crucial part to the game. And even if it's just, you know, fairly mundane details and it just works like trains and stuff like that, that's kind of what... And I think it'd be fairly safe, I think. But I think also I'd like to see the UIs and stuff like that associated with it, you know, so that I can really sort of find out what's going on with it. I need to think about this a bit better. Because I'm going to make batteries as well. Let's do one job at a time. Job at a time. So, get these done. Like so. Put some lights on. So that gives them them. We can then feed in the sulfur. Let's make it just in case that's not enough. Take that down to there, say cross. Right. Now we probably need sulfuric acid just next to it. I'm actually going to do that. Hold on. Side loading trick. Right. Yeah, what I don't want to see is more combat and more biter stuff, because I'm working on a combat video, and all of the stuff I put in about so I just called it a lightning tower. I didn't think the Tesla stuff. In fact, it didn't occur to me that they'd said they were Tesla or Tesla weapons or whatever it was. I thought they'd just said Tesla technologies or something like that. But yeah, so I was, you know, in this video, and I'm still editing it and putting it on. I'm blathering on about that basically. And maybe if we put them over here. And yeah, so what I don't want, because you know, being ill, I've not really done as much as I was hoping. And so it's still going to be a while off. Maybe, probably won't be out till next weekend. So yeah, I don't want them to tell me about. In fact, maybe I should put the actual batteries here. Because what else do you need? You need red circuits, not batteries. Yeah, so we'll do them over there in a minute. But yeah, I'd quite like to get my combat video out. I also don't want to find out about the biters yet, for the same reason, because I've got a half-written script for the biters, but I can't see me making that in time. So yeah, I think I'm going to lose that race. I think we'll find out about them before I manage to do that video. But obviously that's for entirely selfish reasons. To speculate if they beat you to it by releasing some info. Exactly, yeah. The problem I got with all my stuff is it's so... Well, it's not the only problem, but one of the problems I've got is that you know, it takes me so long to do because I have a full-time job, so I can only do it sort of every so often. You know, work on the thing, on these videos, and I like to do them fairly properly. I could do it, and I get why, but I quite like doing them as edited videos, and also kind of learning how to do, you know, bits and pieces as I do them. Even if it's simple, you know, but because I could just sit and talk at the camera, or you know, just chop up live streams or something like that. But yeah, I'd rather do them as proper videos for the time being. And so what I'm trying to do with this biters one, this combat one, is put in like B-roll, as they call it, which is basically like background video and stuff like that, and bits and pieces from Friday Facts with like videos we've seen. Like I'll put the Tesla tower in now, in that lightning tower section, basically. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to kind of build up my skill set by doing it, sort of thing. But say I could just sort of throw something together. Just do it that way, but the sort of, I guess the risk on it is that I get gazumped, basically. And I put the video out before I'm ready. Take that there, I guess. So the iron coming in, don't we? Can I get iron across there? I think I can. But yeah, there's all sorts of stuff I'd love to find out about. I mean, I say, my biggest mystery, I guess, is what is the purpose of Gleba? What is it there for? What we're doing on Gleba that makes that a worthwhile place to go to? Because at the moment, I don't really see the point. I don't see why that would be a good choice for going there first. Because there's a hint that we might get carbon fibre. Great. What the heck do I use carbon fibre for? What the heck do I use that for? Okay, so they got that. So we need to get... I didn't side load that, did I? That was dumb. That. Get some red circuits. Okay. So eventually, I don't know why, but I was going to put the other thing there, wasn't I? This would be a interesting stream to look back on. So my brain is just not working properly. Right, so put that there. Cross like that. The fevered madness of a diseased brain playing Factorio. Just terribly positioned all round, that, isn't it? Just terribly positioned all round. So as to do. So I guess if I could put it aside here, maybe. Put the lights on. Yeah, so batteries eventually, but we'll leave them for the time being. It's too far. But maybe that will be better put a bit further apart. So I'll bring both of them into there. Yeah, do that for the moment. Now, do we have plastic? We do. Okay. We're going to slot that in then, since I've completely blocked everything. Like a genius. I guess I could actually... No, let's leave that. I was going to put it in there, but let's leave that for when we have advanced oil. So we need coal to come this way then. Oh, we got coal there. Perfect. Excellent. Excellent. Don't want to put that there. That instead. Cool. It's the speculating parts I enjoy most of your YouTube videos. Yeah. I mean, and yeah, sorry. And true spaghetti must always be terribly positioned. Exactly. It wouldn't be spaghetti if it was that well organised, would it? So yeah, I'm fulfilling the editorial promise, I guess. But thank you. I mean, it's that part I do enjoy doing the most. But one of the things that I don't know if it comes across in a sense on the videos is that, because obviously I could, drop the read-through bit and that sort of stuff, but quite a lot of the ideas I have when I do the speculation, I get while I'm reading, basically, because I tend to think about it in a different way, if that makes sense. So it causes me to think about like the problem, as it were, or what does that mean and what could that mean in a bit of a different way. So obviously that's not necessarily an argument for putting them on video. I could just read it through and then talk, turn the camera on and talk about it and what have you. But cool, perfect, excellent. But how long does that take? It's only a second, isn't it? But also, I quite like doing the explanatory bits. You know, the bits where I'm, because one of the reasons I put the, I put the comments like caption above my head, and part of the reason for doing that was I don't think it was clear that actually the read through of the Friday Facts is like 20% of the video, if that, and the comments and the speculation is actually like the majority of it. So I was just like, well, I don't know if people are getting that, because there were someone commented about, well, I can just read the Friday Facts myself, and I was like, well, sure, but I also do a lot of talking about, what it means, as it were, which you may not be interested in, which it's fine, but I enjoy doing that bit of it as well. So yeah, so that's one reason I put that. These are my comments, as it were, caption on the videos, because hopefully make it a little bit more apparent which bit is just me blathering on, and which is based on what the Friday Facts actually says and what have you. So if that was the copper coming in, let's do it that way, and then we could have mixed plastic and copper here. So I would need to kind of split that off. Like that. That don't work, does it? So let's put the actual splitter in. Double it back on itself. And then this could stick the wires there. And then exactly the same but the reverse on here. So why is that not connected? I copy it, and then we bring that across there. So that'll be on the other side. Cool. So that gets us some. Pop them out. Which way? Because I need to put them there, basically. Yeah, let's take it out that way so I can just extend it a little bit. See how many we get. Oops. Crikey. Cool. Yeah, so I mean, the speculation is the stuff I enjoy doing the most. I've also started not editing that, because that was always the time-consuming bit of videos, and it's very much now just me talk. If I say something, I go watch it and edit. And if I've said something, utterly ridiculous or stupid or literally that is, the opposite of what's on the Friday Facts, I've said a few things like that. Then I'll chop them out, but otherwise I just leave it as is, really. So it's a lot more simpler to do, but I also have discovered, so I've as part of this whole combat video, I'm also trying to learn DaVinci Resolve. Oh no, that's not them. I thought that was the batteries for a minute. So that's wrong, isn't it? So we don't need any of that rubbish. I thought I was building the batteries. See, brain's just not working. Right, get rid of that and do that. Okay, so that gives them copper. Let's get rid of the iron plate on it. Okay, so get copper wire. Right, so you've now got both of those. You also need green circuits, so we need to get them in. But otherwise, we are nearly there. I could have put them up the middle, couldn't I? Would that work? Would. Okay, let's not worry about that for a minute then. Okay, so that gets them everything by the green circuit. So I guess if we take an extra bit of finest spaghetti here, Reach all the way across there. Brilliant. I guess I could if I underground this one. Right. See, it's just, as Dosh always points out, it doesn't matter how messy it is. If you call it your starter base, then it's fine. So, I think I prefer to split that if I can. And maybe... Because I also need to do the same here, don't I, somehow? Not like that. And right that way. Down there. Across to there. Probably want to put a few of these in our box as well. Have I got filter inserters? Yes. Blimey. Oops. Not going to help putting it in the wrong place then. Cool. Right. So you filter onto green. I didn't ask you. Sorry, Matthew. What are you looking forward to? What do you want in the next Friday Facts? Actual red circuits. They're actually reading in circuits, and I can connect this up so we know what's in there. That's a red wire. Back up. That's fine now. Can't output very quickly, can you? And you're looking iron plate. Get that flowing. Do you think the option to disable cliffs will be taken out, considering they hint about cliff explosives being on another planet? I mean, that's another big one. It's like, what control are we going to have? And are we going to do it all at the start? Because there seem to be like more things in a sense than we're currently. Because obviously we've got a new type of cliff, haven't we? What I think is that if you disable cliffs, to actually answer your question, it won't disable them on volcanoes. They will still be there because they aren't cliffs. They are volcanoes, basically. And that's why it's done as a separate thing in the game. Even though it's just recoloured, it's a separate thing because you won't be able to disable them. So if you turn them off, the only place you'll be able to turn them off is on Nauvis, basically. And they'll let you do that, I think. But you won't be able to turn them off on Volcanus, is my sort of working theory on it. Because, as I say, that's part, and to try and, encourage you to use them, and the only way you'll be able to get rid of them is using cliff explosive, and that's why they've been moved off planet. And I suspect they're probably on, on Volcanus because of that. But yeah, I think that'll be. I think we'll get a few things like that. They're environmental things that they're effectively going to force you to play with. This one doesn't even have. Look at this, you see. Why have I done that? Cool. Okay. So that's way more than it can kind of handle, which is good. And I've set that to green circuits. We're doing really well here today. Okay, so that gets us some red ones. There's a little trickle of them. Just wondering if I can maybe at least support a third one. Can't if I put them in. Power plant on, please. Cool. Okay. Gets a little bit of the old blue science going. How many are we actually going to need? 75, 125, 175, 250. That was some quick maths. So you see, we don't really need very many to get to robot frames. We would then want 200 That's where it gets expensive, but only 50 for them. Oh, that's speed, sorry, clicked on the wrong one. And 250 for Logiports, okay. So if we go constructions and Loggies there. Okay. Now, how are we doing on pollution? Won't be surprised if it eased off a bit because they're going to stop the science. So again, it's these guys that are gonna struggle. I guess what I could do actually is think about maybe getting a tank, because that's not too far off at all, really, is it? How many military sciences would it need? 250 and 100. So we would need 350. I think maybe if I perhaps do them first, then I can just make sure I've got enough stuff in that chest. Maybe put a buffer in, let it chug away making a load of them so that we're ready to go. Where am I looking? We have that one. But this needs something else, doesn't it? Explosives, yeah. Tank. Cool, so how many? Because I got a bunch in there. Not many. So we'll call that 20 or something. And there's some on the belt. Let's say we've made 50. If we say we want a bit of a chest there. That, then we wanted, because they stacked to 200. I think. Let's just do a double stacking, just let it chug away. So we want how many grenades and bits and pieces? Yeah, just empty that out, start again. So if you do that and that gets you a full craft, I think. So we would need, if we wanted 200 of them, or what was it, 250 or something. Let's call it 300. We would need 150 crafts, which means 150 grenades, 300 walls, 150 piercing ammo. So if we just put 200 of them in, very nearly 200 of them in, we need some more walls. We should have plenty. Okay. Okay, so that should let it chug away. I'll just top that off. Making them. Oh, hello, Mia. How you doing? Hope you're well. Howdy, I'll be fully with you in a moment. No worries. Agree, the cliffs on Volcanus and Fulgora are an important part of their design. Yeah, on Fulgora as well. Yeah, I hadn't really even thought of those as cliffs. But yeah, they're not really, if you let people turn them off, they're not really plateaus anymore, are they? They're just like bits of, you know, space, as it were, or bits of the land. So yeah, they've got to be on Fulgora, surely. I wasn't 100% sure if we'd had it confirmed that we can blow them up on Fulgora. I'm sure we must be eventually, but I know we get a special landfill to fill the oil sand in. But I wasn't 100% sure if we knew we can definitely, you know, get rid of them on Fulgora. I am looking for military bits and pieces to restock. Okay. As well. Excellent. So just have a go around and we can see. And you never know. I mean, if we're getting, you know, cliffs on Volcanus, or volcanoes on Volcanus, plateaus on Fulgora. We saw cliffs on Gleba, but they just look like, you know, cliffs, I would guess. But are we going to get frozen waterfalls or something like that on Aquila? That would be quite cool. I'm sure it'd just be a graphical thing. It wouldn't mean anything, but it'd be pretty cool if it really is frozen landscape and it's all, you know, let's say frozen waterfalls and all sorts of stuff like that would be pretty awesome, I think, even if just visual. Electron effects. I'm hoping for more info on the tech trees, at least for the first 4 planets. Yeah. My understanding is now this isn't really changing very much at all. I kind of seen it mentioned on sort of Discord and stuff that it's pretty much basically the same stuff. They've moved a couple. I got a bit carried away, as per usual. That's a strange thing, isn't it? When would I ever get carried away? But I got a bit carried away with the whole, you know, all the technologies are moving off Nauvis and all that sort of stuff. It's literally like 3 things, I think. You know, the artillery, cliff explosives, and like I think buffs for power armor. Not even actual power armor is necessarily moving, but I might got a bit confused on that one. But yeah, it's very little has changed on Nauvis. What it might be is that you need techs to unlock them. So, as you say, seeing the tech tree, you know, so you might now need Gleba science to unlock, I don't know, something. I can't think of what. Lubricant or something, I don't know. So that might change. But certainly I think you can get bots and all the kinds of things you would expect to get still on Nauvis. I don't think they're radically changing that. It's just that you can do rockets and space science way earlier. Here's my impression that I've gotten from what they've been saying, but you never know. But we do know very little about what else. You know, we know we're getting a big mining drill and a foundry on Vulcanus. Is that it? Are we getting, you know, more technologies and things to make? Because they've been quite fastidious in, if that's the right word, you know, quite fixed on only showing us, you know, definitely what they want to show us, if you see what I mean. So they've not been, you know, we've not really seen any of the new stuff being made particularly, like at all, you know. Okay, so have we got anything that we unlocked that we're not making that we should be? I'm not making fuel, am I? Even though I've got a rocket launcher, so we could stick that on. I got all of them. Pumps I'm not bothering with. Got a car. What do we just do? Advanced. Okay, so we're going to set all of that stuff up. Do I have labs and things? Yeah. In fact, let's just grab a few more labs and things. Pipes. Okay. What's going to add on? I was going to add on some things, wasn't I? Some fuel canisters. Probably means a bit of steel, but I think I'll just do it. You know, just whack a bunch of steel in a box, basically. Some steel in a box. Some steel in a box. I didn't set batteries up, did I? Okay. So let's just pop an extra. Can we fit one? No, I can't fit one in there. Let's put it on here. Like that. This was another one. I mean, this is. Wow. Should I say that? I got the wrong building, didn't I? No, I leave that as a tease, I guess, for the thing. But I think recipes are going to be an important factor for combat, basically. That you won't necessarily quite be able to make what you can at the moment if you think about the recipes, if you see what I mean. and what's available on each planet, you know, because they're changing the kind of basic mix. So that's okay. But yeah, it's going to make things... I think there's, you know, a lot of subtlety going on that we don't really quite see, basically, is the point. Right, so, batteries. Make a few of them. If we bring up, say, a line, that and that maybe, or that work? Yeah, that probably works. If we go split there, there. Somebody's put an underground. And then I'm just going to stick these in a box, except that box is in the wrong place. It's too far away. Okay. Oops. And they're quite slow, aren't they? I don't need to do that. Need that. Grab some more inserters if we've got them. Boop. I kind of wonder what they're going to do, because obviously, yeah, when the game launches, I'm sure your nil houses and your... Because I haven't quite worked out what I'm going to do myself, because obviously I'm going to stream it when it comes out, but I have a big problem in that there's a deadline for my job on the Wednesday after it comes out. So it comes out on the 21st, which is not a Monday. And I then have a big deadline on the Wednesday. So basically, I'd booked the days off. I booked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off. And then I say, we found out about this deadline. So I'm kind of expecting that I won't be able to... Because what I was planning to do was literally take those couple of days off and do the first couple of days of streaming. See how far I could get in sort of, 10 hours or something. But I'll probably be able to... I'll probably still stream in the evening, you know. But I won't be able to dive right in. And I say I'm sure Neil House will be doing 24-hour streams and Gathering the Sky and all that as well. I'm sure they'll be absolutely saturating it, you know, with all that, and then doing their videos, etc. But I say, because of my work, I literally cannot do that. Because my holiday, I was asked to cancel it. I didn't cancel it as such, I moved it to the... So I'll be taking the Thursday onwards off. But yeah, so I don't quite know what I'm going to do, because I can't really get it. There was another point I was going to make there, and I've forgotten what it is. No, I don't know what point I was going to make there. Oh yes, sorry. So I'm guessing within... Because I know they're doing these like trigger technologies now as well. So basically, you know, this thing where, you know, you can't research green circuits until you've made like 50 copper circuits. And I don't know whether that means that the entire tech tree past that point is hidden, or that's just like, you know, so when you do the tech tree at the moment, you can see, oh, well, this is going to need space science. So is it just going to be like that with the trigger techs? And it just literally says, you know, rather than red and green science, it's, you know, make 50, you know, steel or what have you. And it still shows you the tech tree, because literally within seconds of it, you know, launching, somebody will have posted the tech tree on, I don't know, Reddit or Discord or what have you. So obviously, you know, people can avoid spoilers. They're not, you know, they're not being forced to look at those things. But in terms of hiding it, it seems pretty much impossible. You know, literally the best they can do is going right up to the launch day without telling us. But in a sense, what's the point? Because people will just know if they want to within within hours. So what's going on here? That we're just not using them. Okay, that's fine. And have we filled this up? Not filled it up. But I don't know why we don't give it a bit of extra. So yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Because you play it and you find out what the tech tree is, and then you can go away and think about it, basically. And kind of plan out what you're going to do, how you're going to play it, etc., etc. Cool. I think we could easily support another lab here. Yeah, I need to set up, what should we call it, processing, don't I? Except is that going to be overground? Yeah, that'll be overground. And that one. Cool. So yeah, it's like a sort of a thing of, if you don't want spoilers, you're going to have to, I think, actively avoid them. For just basically not going to have to not go online, I think, for the first few days. So what we need to do here, a bit of the old advanced oil. I'm going to leave. How many am I going to do? Let's leave 3, so that we still get lots of lovely petroleum going. I did not connect this to water. Excellent. And then we need to put these up. Well, let's just put them on. I guess. Alcohol being prepared. There we go. And then we want to, what? We need to make lube. Some lubricant. Okay. Now, am I going to route this round and stuff? What am I going to do? I do have space up here. Let's take lube. Oh, right. Damn, that's bad luck. Yeah, well, it's, yeah, I mean it is, but it's kind of been a bit of a theme of, so the deadline is set by a bit of government, basically, so it's not like this is some internal deadline and what have you. And it's also a hard deadline. This isn't a, can we ask for 2 more weeks type deadline. This is that's the deadline. If you're not hitting that deadline, then tough luck, basically. So I can't really avoid it in a sense, but equally it seems to keep happening. It's like they've got a kind of like a watch on my calendar or something, and because I've basically been delivering things for this part of government, doing things for them. I'm not delivering as such, but for like the last, what would it be, 8 years maybe, something like that. I can't do the maths in my head. But it's been a while, I've been responding to these deadlines, and they always manage to put them exactly when I don't want them. So, for example, and they're also chronic for it, even if you don't think of it as me, take a selfish side out of it. They'll set deadlines on like the 3rd of January and stuff like that, which is like, who does that, What sort of person sets a deadline as the 3rd of January? Because you're basically saying that either the real deadline is way, way, way before that because of Christmas, that actually your deadline is like the 15th of December, in which case why not set it as the 15th of December? Or if people are going to have to work over over the Christmas break. They're not going to be able to take that mid-period off and might have to do actual, Christmas Day, etc. So they're absolutely chronic for it. They just don't look at dates in an intelligent way, and they never have. They literally just say, right, well, this has to happen 4 weeks after this, which has to happen 2 weeks after that, which has to happen 6 weeks later. and then they'll just put that timing in, and they won't go, oh wait, that deadline is literally the day after, New Year's Day sort of thing. But yeah, so that's I was basically expecting it. The original date we had was November, mid-November, and I was like, that's going to move, isn't it? Because it was always a vague, maybe we'll do it November date, and I was like, that's going to move. They're going to put it in October. Because I have this weird thing. My family, like most of my close family, their birthdays are all in October, and so for the last, as I say, 8 years, they've been going, oh, we're going to have a celebration for person X's his birthday. Can you come along? And I'm like, well, I can literally pop down on the day, but I can't do the weekend there because I've got this deadline. To say it's been happening for years, so I was fully expecting it, but it was just a perfect irony of, wait, they've moved it to exactly the Wednesday, that exactly the time when the Factorio comes out. I'm trying to set up lubricant. I'm forgetting that I've not got underground. Okay. Do I need regular pumps as well? I guess. Cool. I'm considering taking a few days off as well when it releases. Time to wait, catch you later. No worries. You have a good dinner. Yeah, I think. I say I probably jumped the gun a bit, and I wanted to try and get the point in to some extent that I was trying to prep my work really. That I needed these days off, and then if it did change, they'd be like, it shifts the don't you call it power balance or what have you, the sort of well, we're now asking Mark to change his holiday type of thing. Asking Triggers, I guess, to change his holiday, so it sort of pushes the conversation in a slightly different way to me coming along and saying, well, actually, I want some time off on this deadline. So then, as I say, it just meant I could instantly say, right, well, okay, I will, but I need to take the, it's literally for a couple of days. I'm taking the rest of the week off. Right, so, lubricant. Let's just feed that. In fact, yeah, let's just feed it into a big tank and we'll just use it when we need it. Cool. Make a pump. Can't make a pump, no steel. I have to confess, I was a bit confused by the muted reaction to the Tesla turret. I guess to some extent, it's one of those things where until you can play with it in the game and understand how it's useful, it's sort of a, okay, well, we got a new turret. Great. What does that mean in terms of, biters that I'm having to defend against? Because at the moment it's just a little bit abstract, I guess. But yeah, I was a bit I was really excited, and then everyone else just seemed to be like, oh well, new turret then, cool. Oh well. Right, now. Got some lube. Need to set up. I guess we could do some electric engines as well. Maybe if I take these ones that I'm not... Oh, I am using them now. Okay. Huh. That quickly flipped over, didn't it? Using them all up. But yeah, we could maybe... Perhaps if we put this on the other end... So... Put a couple straight there. Oops, don't want to put it on that bed. I want to put it on that bed. Like that. And then got that available to do electric engines. We have this up there, I think. Together. Excellent. Yeah, so I can steal some of them. Because obviously then got batteries. We need electric engines. And what else do we need for... So I've done robot frames. Batteries. Yeah, cool. So we can make some robot frames. Excellent. Now, how did we do on this military stuff? Because it is still using blue sites for that one, but not for the others, is it? No, well that's red and green. And then the tank is blue as well, okay. Okay, fine. But yeah, we then need... Let's do construction and then logging. Cool. Let's have a look at our friends. Nothing there. Not really a hint of anything being absorbed. Just some trees there. What about over here? No, just some trees taking it there. Still hasn't, it seems, reached those guys. Interesting. Now, we need to put in oil cracking, don't we? I'm trapped. Oops, trapped again. Okay, so what's oil cracking going to look like, right? If we say that we want, maybe if I put a tank in here, like so. And we can say I've got the... I haven't done circuit wires. No, I haven't. Okay. Explosives. Tank. Actually, let's pop them on as well. Okay, so we're going to take a little minute for them. If we take, say, that down there. So we do movie to light. Boop. Could just steal that, couldn't I? That. Now we feed that back in. I think you only need 2 of them, don't you? I can never remember, but put a couple on. Like that. Oh, I can't connect that. So yeah, I'm going to turn that around for the time being, because we want it to make lube, and I want to control it with a circuit wire, but I haven't got circuit wires. Okay, and then, if we do some light petroleum, I think I'm going to place that there, do that there, so then, no, wrong one. So if that's light petroleum, And we can kind of just... We're using light for anything. I'm not sure I am. Obviously there are plenty of uses for it, but at the moment... Ah, combat shotgun, my favourite. Poison capsules. Just think about using them. I never really bother with a lot of the capsules and stuff. How much are they? So they use steel, which always makes them a bit sort of... Oh, I didn't go and grab that. Let's do that. Get that. Okay, well, these are staggeringly expensive. The flamethrower ammo, personal flamethrower. Really expensive when you really look at the recipe. Oh, shotgun, make combat shotgun. We were saying the other week, weren't we, that you used to have to make like planks basically. So when you made a wooden chest, it would be made from planks, and planks also got used in the two shotguns rather than wood. But it would always work out that you'd end up with one plank left basically. Because obviously a box uses an even number of planks. A strange kind of design decision. There, and then leave that on. Whoops. So yeah, I really want to control these. Oh, I'm about to literally do so. Okay. Awesome. If I do that there. That in. Boop-de-boop-de-boop. Wires and etc. All sorts of fun. Can't wait to get the revised versions of circuit network stuff. I'd love to use it more. I just find it really bad. No, it's just they've made to try in trying to simplify it. They've made it more complicated to me. But you know, it's just my opinion. So if that goes over, or something. So we've got a super backup on lube. Then it'll fire it down there. And then the same here. That goes over 5,000. Kick in. Okay. Oh, why are you full of petroleum? Oh, this petroleum is just full. Just more petroleum than you could possibly need. Excellent. Excuse me. Right, so let's make a few electric engines. So we'll just have a couple, I think. Just really want some personal pots, to be honest with you. These are engines. Actually, can I put them... like that, maybe? Because that needs a lot of common stuff, doesn't it? Remember, we've got green circuits. That's not that common, is it? But that is right next to steel as well. If I maybe made this so it was just a regular bit. And then move these over. So that's me buying robot bins. Oh, except of course that's on the wrong side, isn't it? But then this is the electric engines. So they need the regular engines as well. So right there. Right there. No, I think spaghetti's the only solution. Okay, so I'll move those up one. Boom, boom, boom. So I'll have these motors coming around, yeah, sort of excess, and then these guys can get both that one, and those. So they need lube, but that's okay. Got them then, so this needs then batteries, which we can just kind of spaghetti over. In fact, he says that. Could I put it on the same belt as that one? I could, couldn't I? So I could kind of sneak these around here. Like so. That just gives them straight away. It's got everything then. Well, they give it power and etc. Excellent. So we need to get some lube in. I was just thinking about tweaking the arrangement there, but it's probably better just to go fairly simple with it, really. It's fun playing in a spaghetti way. Okay. Could also maybe get them to put in a box, but let's leave that idea for now. Because these are super fast, aren't they, weirdly? Oh no, 20-second crafting time, okay. But if they're 10, does it take multiple? No. Okay, so we could support a little offshoot of just box, or in fact, let's leave one of them connected, because I think we need them for legs, basically, don't we? So that would give it engines if I had it properly inserted. Now, did I do got explosives, which is great. Excuse me. I haven't actually done robot frames, have I? No. Okay. So how about we go and set up some wire production. Combinators, I think I'll just do, you know, as and when I need. So if we do, say, oops. So if that's making the wires, then that'll be the reds and the greens. Right, that's that. Cool. Box, box. Light, light. Etc, etc. Yeah, what else you need? You need green circuits. let that chug away, make some of them. Make sure I did cap those chests, because it probably make more wires than we ever need when you do that. So, anything missing, anything we could make that we're not. Have all the... I guess there's fuel. We could get some of that on the go for when we do have a lovely little tank. How did we do on the science? Yeah. It's all ready to go. Fuel then. I guess we could make that up the light oil. Where am I going to put that then? Let's... Oh. Up here somewhere, I think. Just want something to, you know, so that I get that little speed boost from the... Sorry, Phil. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. Just give it a row or something. There we go. Chug away. Chug away, chug away, chug away. Okay. We've got the flamethrower stuff. We've got a combat shotgun. So I guess I could give... Because they're quite useful poisonal capsules if you just want to sit in a tank. I often try and move because... See, the problem with, you know, just sitting there with the poison capsules is you're not making best use of the tank. It can just eliminate a lot of stuff by driving over it. So I guess I could flood the area with poison capsules and do it that way, but you know, why not just drive around, have some fun? So what are they actually made in then? I guess regular. Yeah. Regular assemblers. Is this somewhere nice and convenient? Oh. Time. Somewhere nice and convenient. We've got coal right here. Coal stops up here, doesn't it? So what we're talking about steel. Okay. Steel, coal, and green circuits. So they're up here. Okay. And then got steel here. So maybe we just literally jump that over. That. Yeah. So I just sort of use these bit of a one-off, just make a few, see if it is any different to how I remember it being. We're working on the tank. I don't generally use cannon shells, they seem massively expensive to produce for what they are. And I guess I could see if my memory is broken though. But what I'd like to do is the solar stuff, basically. It's only red and green sciences. Do modules as well, I guess, and actually we should have modular armour really, shouldn't we? We're going to mess around in tanks, because then I can make shields if I can. They're very expensive, so how about we do a lab research? Since it's only red and green, we'll do electric stuff. Put them on. Then we can do portable solar, gas, night vision maybe. See how far we get. So we're not being attacked, so there's no huge urgency. Let's see if we've got a chest of shame there. I might put one over by the put lights on this. Couple more there. In fact, no, let's leave it. I was going to say I could route that round, but okay. Yes. What was I doing? I was looking for a chest of shame. Just put a shotgun in there. And I guess we could start putting power pods in there. How are we doing on time? So it's 4:30. Again, we don't have any visitors. I might just go and skim round and see, make sure there's nothing. Haven't done anything there, but otherwise I'd quite like to just put some flamer turrets in here. Some freedom flames. I'm kind of stunned that that's produced so little pollution. I guess, relatively speaking, I'm not actually using the oil very quickly. You know, because it is such a small build. But here you go, same again. I've not really stopped researching. We've done plenty of blue sciences. We've got lots of techs that we need. We're up to bots, basically, very nearly. Not quite, but nearly. And in all of our red science is full. All of our green science belt is full. All of our military science is full. And we've got blue sciences stacking up, you know. So this thing of instantly going in and making gigantic amounts of all science is just not really needed in early. Okay. Tidying up. What we are going to very quickly run out of, though, is iron ore. So, what's our solution to that problem? We have that one. I was anticipating, as I say, maybe making a little sciencey build there, a bit more dedicated. Plenty of space. Not too hard to defend. We would have that iron as well and 2 coppers. There's a coal. Is this stone? Well, there's stone all the way up there. But so yeah, think about maybe doing a mini science build there. So really it's this one we should be trying to grab for more iron ore. And that will require us to take out those biters. Tank is literally about to finish. So that should help us out. We'll want modular and stuff as well. Cannon shell. See what I mean? It just 2 steel, 2 plastic bars. And an explosive just for 1 cannon shell. It's disproportionate to me. Okay. Let's see if we can't make a tank. We can. How much fuel have we got? How many poison capsules? Because I think that's the next priority, is bringing that oil up, that iron ore in. Which means taking out those nests, I think. Yeah, plenty of solid fuel. How many poison capsules do we have? A few. We can see how we go with them. think I'm just going to go for it with those ones up there rather than wait for... Although it's ticking through, isn't it? Well, modular armor's a bit useless without the solar panels and shield and stuff. Do I want to make a few of them? I mean, we would need steel, which we've got, plastic, which we've got. So we'd need to make explosives, which is just sulfur and coal and water, which we've kind of got. Oh, go on, let's make a few. You need water as well. Where are you getting water from? Over here. Yeah. No. No. Okay, so you would then need sulfur as well. And let's just take that. Just think I can make this a half and half belt quite easily, couldn't I? But let's not do that. Let's invest in more spaghetti. Oh, actually. Do like that. So I'm thinking, I'm going to do the cannon shells here. Explosive cannon shells are just about the most useless thing. Imagine. I was looking at them in saying this combat video that it is so pointless making them compared to the regular, because you have to switch the ammos and stuff. It's like you can't, not like Spider-Tron where you can load up different ones in different slots. You've got to mess about with it. Okay, so you would then need steel, plastic, and the explosives. Maybe we don't put it there then. I think that's best, but... What would you need? You needed... Let's have a think. If I... Maybe need a dog leg for the thing there. So we put cannon shells. Because I've got plastic here. Do that with. You're then there, maybe. We can hop this over. That's not going to work, is it? So, the spaghetti is betraying me. Okay, let's put that there, that. So then you're that. You need power. And where am I going to put them? Need to put them in a box, don't I? Actually, let's put that on that side. They're just so slow as well. Let's see if I can make a few. And I'm going to top up while we see what we can make. Okay, so we've got plenty of grenades. Let's grab all the ammos we can. Didn't do pipes and stuff yet. Hang on. Stack of them. Stack of them. Gears. Not too many circuits. And powerhouse away. What was that finishing? Modular armor. Okay, can we make that? Yes, we can. What else are we missing? Need proper belts. Splitters. Let's put them away. Don't know why I've been carrying all these. Well, I guess I do, because I'm going to go mining, aren't I? So what? White satyrs. Yes, please. Chests. Excellent. Do I need more? Oh, no. Do we change in that actually? Like that. Don't need any more of them. I guess we should probably have some walls and stuff. Gonna build an outpost. Definitely powerhouse. In fact, I might take double stack. Whoops. Like that. We need plenty of rail. Don't need signals, as we've established. Oh, we have a box with iron plate in it instead of trains. That's always useful. But yeah, we've got 2 trains. And 1 carriage. Don't need any of them. Don't need that. And then we can put these away. Make sure we got a stack of assemblers. Oh, I was going to go and put the turrets on there, wasn't I? Let's do that first then. Ah. Stack of wires, excellent. Right, so we'll pop over, put some flamer turrets on the oil one. Where did my tank go? Boop. Boop. Guess I could put some flamer fuel in that. Oh, let's go and get some cannon shells. See, it's made 21, or yeah, 21 in all that time. It's rubbish. And consider it's basically a dead-end technology. Okay. Let's go. Because ideally want to clear these guys out as well. But it's these ones the priority. So yeah, we'll go and pop these flamer turrets on this oil outpost. I'm not going to put many on, just a couple really. In the key places. Oh, did I ever? I didn't research gates, did I? Okay, so maybe we put, say, on there, on there, and then what? In fact, let's put a pipe. Where'd they go? What do we think? Maybe one there. One there. Up. So, if I move this one, gets in the way. Okay. Like that. One there. Maybe one more over, but we'll see where the pipes get to with it first. there, maybe. Could do a secondary connection as well. Yeah, that'll do. Because they're not going to come. If they're coming down here, then they're going quite a wander, because they've got to go right the way over and then done. So they're not going to do that. Oh, you're not got fuel. Okay, what have I? Okay. Awesome. Let's head back. See how many we've tank shells and stuff we've made. We'll build the you know, the rail connection as we go, basically. So we don't have to mess about too much. Okay. Squeeze through without destroying all of that stuff. I didn't put these in a box, did I? Good, just going to set it on something silly high. Little chug away making. It probably wants better steel. Yeah. Chug away making a few, even though, you know, not too important. Excellent. So, put these in here. Cool. Now, how am I getting through? And I could pick the tank up, I guess, but we really want to drop off on this side, don't we? Yeah. I'm going to leave a... Well, I say that. We have cliffs, you see. So I think if I can... I want to go past there. Whoops. So... I think we probably want the station here, and then I can just route stuff around. I did that. And the second one of them. Oops, there. So this is going to be... No, it isn't. Going to be... Iron ore unload. Become a bit of a fan of 111 trains. I was used to just sort of default to 141, but I think I really quite like them. I like them. I like them. So we just have, say, but we'll do it like more, but in parallel with, you know, lower limits basically. So that'll do. So I'm suspecting this is where we would end up potentially doing a proper rail system. So it's obviously only going to provide like a belt's worth. At best, and that's if we can stack, not stack, you know, we can get inserter bonuses on the go. Yeah, there. Split that. Bing bang bing for research speed. Excellent. Cool, cool, cool. Because this bit's dead, you see. Come on. We hunger for the iron. We hunger for the iron. Because if I feed it in to this, then it will kind of feed both of them, I think? No, it won't. Yes. That one's a steel, isn't it? So how would I... I'll feed both of them, but it won't feed anything here. So we would need a bit of a diverter on the go. At some point. It might be easier just to rethink this and just have... You know, this line could split and go that way. Yeah, we'll leave that bit till later. How are we doing with filling the train up? Unload. Okay, so guess we want to try and nip through that gap. So we'll go and see. Yeah, because there's no trains there. Oh, no cliffs there. Just nip up and see if that's doable and viable. So I was sort of coming through here. Yeah, I think I'd avoid. Yeah, we can work with that. Cool. Yeah, again, no one join. Apologies for all the sniffing and stuff. I've had a cold. Probably not going to do. Usually do the 3 hours, but I'm sort of flagging. Quite like to get this set up. At the very least. Ideally, make our first bots. Speaking of which, maybe I should rearrange this. Because these are for... Yeah, let's... In fact, I'm going to do gates, just because I keep forgetting. Excuse me. And then we would do... construction bots. And lobby bots. Expensive as they are. But yeah, hopefully we can get them. And hopefully we can get... some iron inbound. Where is that cliff going to there? Okay. Right, let's see about testing out combat things I don't normally do. So we want to... It's on the cannon shells. Those guys are going to attack me if I just drive around there. I think I'll be okay. I think I'm going to go with this top one first. And what I want to do... Put poison capsules on there. Because I think I might just set up a little safe point. A little bug out area. A bunch of turrets. Give them, say, 25 each. Maybe give them a little wall as well. So, little bug out area. Now, tactic is going to be we use the gun to kind of take out any things that attackers. Low on poison, good splashing of poison. It's so slow firing as well. Just driving over it's a lot quicker. You know, this is quicker. Pop, 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 pop. See, cannon shells are just rubbish. Okay, so I need to hop out. Well, the poison's alright, but as I say, it's really expensive to produce for what it is. I don't tend to use grenades because I'm terrible with whatchamacallit, friendly fire, as it were. Okay, so same again. Put some of the old poisons in. Get some good coverage. Oop. Yeah, it's just quicker driving over them. Just drive over them. Oh, it's a tank. Anyway. Should I take them? I mean, they're just worms, so they're not gonna... They'll just get very annoyed about all the pollution, so... What about them? We'll leave them be. Leave them be. Let's park up. Down here somewhere. Okay. I want to maybe we do it sort of there, possibly? Oops. How long is the train? So the train's only that long. Bing bong bing. What was bing bong bing? Oh. And then load. Oh, come here, please. Yeah, still a nice buffer. So yeah, I mean, I do have blueprints for the game and stuff. The whole aim of this series really is to not use them, but I'm not gonna punish myself doing, you know, without other people's balances, basically. Whoops. Because I'm a bit of an inveterate balancer. Even though I do know actually it's kind of a bit pointless. Okay. Let's see if we can't get a nice sort of arrangement. Okay. Not entirely sure I bought enough miners for the job, but there we go. How many is that? 58, okay. 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 So I do have enough. How many got in total there? 99. So that's 30, 60. So in theory that's 3 yellow bells, I guess. Don't really want to do that though. How much is here? 36, okay. That's all together. This one, it's 2. And then, guessing you could probably do sort of one there. I'm just mindful, as I say, that we probably need to upgrade this to a whole red belt thing. In reality, because it's not going to supply both the iron and steel production that we've currently got. Eventually, it's not going to have science to worry about, so I think that's fair enough. It can deal with it like the rest of us. Okay. Cool. So that gives us, in theory, let's say 3 lanes, which not quite, but we'll be able to sustain a red belt, I think. Unless my memories are wonky and it's not actually 30 belts for a 30 minus for a belt. 3, 2. So if you go in there, it fits. Cool. So then put it back in. Downgrade so I don't confuse myself. Right. We could just go down there, couldn't we? A real need for that to be there now, but whatever. Cool. Power poles on it all. Obviously it's not going to kick in until connect up the whole system, which gives us a chance to put some defences up. Oh, I was wondering why I wasn't placing them down. It's because I was trying to place them on top of myself. Right, where did I get to? Okay. Yeah. So have I done construction, or did I not put them in? Oh no, I put. Oh, we've done construction parts. Cool, excellent. So we can therefore start the others back up. What were we doing? We were doing that one, that one, that one. Then probably useful things like these. So we want rational robots. Got the wrong thing. Night vision. We're out of room. Okay. Cool. Now, where are attacks likely to come from? I mean, from those guys, obviously. And I guess maybe from up here. It's quite nice and thin for biters, this top end. So it gives us plenty of breathing room. So maybe if we put like, maybe move that up a little bit. Corner turret there. Bit of coverage on that one. I'm gonna have to get rid of those trees, aren't I? Otherwise, oh, and I did it anyway. Trying to avoid forgetting there was a turret there and then picked up the wrong thing. What was I? Ah, so we got gates. Excellent. I got your loggies. And your constructions. Okay. So maybe we just hand feed in. Because if everything's attacking from down the bottom there, then we're in real trouble. Make these a bit closer because it's probably a bit more likely. Get attacks from that direction. Can we make that a corner? I think we can make that a corner, can't we? Yep, she'll work with the train. And then again, bit of the old neutral coverage. Why is that so far away? But yeah, actually, it's probably going to. Well, likely to come from the north, isn't it? I think. They always come from the north, the Norsemen. Get that all over it. Cool, and then don't really want to go too far that way, so we'll put something there. Then maybe one there. One there. Maybe just one last one. There. Leave that over a smidge. Cool. Oop. Don't think I brought enough red ammo, did I? Some of the tank as well. Then. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to feed all these turrets. I'm just literally going to put in something by hand, basically on all. For now, drop that in. So let's go and, in fact, what I'll do, if I do that, one of those, grab that. So that's all the red ammo I've got here. 25. Slightly more in the corners because of how the angles work in the game. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Whoops. Got that up. 25, 25. So AP ammo should keep us sort of safe enough that we can kind of dash back because this isn't far. So we don't probably need anything too extensive. Oh, first time I played the game and made an outpost, it got completely eaten because I underestimated how much ammo the turrets needed. Then I placed laser turrets and the fighters just destroyed the power pole going in and eat the base again. Yeah, classic. When I first played, I didn't even know there were biters in the game. You know, I didn't know there was a. I kind of knew there must be some kind of enemy because you know, loaded it up and I had a pistol, so there's obviously something I was going to have to shoot with a pistol. But I was basically merrily working away. I've told this story a few times, but I was merrily working away trying to work out how power worked because I literally was coming in completely blind, no real idea what I was doing at all. I was trying to get power to work, you know, electricity, and suddenly these little gribbly monsters turned up and started chewing on my radar and all this sort of stuff. No, they wouldn't have been chewing on my radar because I wouldn't have had that working. I think I built a... No, I built a radar. And that was why I was trying to get power going. Because I was like, I don't understand, you know, why is it flashing these red icons and yellow icons and all this sort of stuff? And how do I actually get it to work? And what do I do? And I say... Because obviously I've been using burner miners to smelt iron. So I'd done a lot of pollution. I think it was actually a desert that I was starting in. And they just suddenly turned up. All these alerts are going off, and suddenly they're, chewing on me, basically. And I was dead within seconds, and I was like, what the heck? Because obviously I hadn't made armour or any of that stuff. So it was a bit sort of, what the heck is going on? Because from my perspective, I think I've been playing for like 3 hours or something, But from my perspective, I'd literally just started. And already the game was basically sending these monsters to destroy my base. So it was a bit of a wake-up call. It's part of the reason I enjoy the combat so much. And I do tend to play with it, and I know a lot of players don't. But that's part of the reason that it's my revenge, basically. You see, but also it's why I'm a bit, and I'm trying not to be in this playthrough, but I'm often a bit paranoid about the defences. So I think most normal playthroughs, I would have stuck in loads of turrets by now, But I'm trying to be a bit more sensible. Because I do know that, oh look, these are literally just getting pollution, you see. And we're what now? Getting on for 12, no, must be 9 hours in. And they're the only ones that have really got pollution. There were some here that took out straight away. But these are the only ones I'm going to have to take out because of pollution. I'll have to see if they send somebody soon. But I want this anyway, because I want to get, uranium running as soon as I can. They really love to snack on the radars. Yeah. It's actually weighted, I think, isn't it? It is actually a thing. That it, they go for military stuff first. And I think they do then go for power. Power piles. It is kind of designed that way. But yeah, absolute classic. What are these monsters doing? Oh, they're chewing on my base. Why are they chewing on my base? Oh no, they've eaten my power. Little horrible monsters. So that's both bots done. I was going to wait until this is coming through so I could hook it in. Well, see, I haven't got any stack bonuses or anything, I guess, because we haven't actually got stack inserters, but I want personal batteries and stuff first. In fact, a dumb order to do it in, isn't it? Night vision next, and then cool. But yeah, we'll get some whatchamacallits on the go, solar panels. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull the train in so that I can route stuff in rather than kind of wait for it. It's only with the steel that's actually kind of suffering. So, if we assume that comes down there, we connect it so that can do the business. And then we want it basically looking into this one. In fact, would it be better... No, I'm probably better off splitting it. How much have you actually got? You've got a bit. Maybe if I double that up. So I'm just thinking I could hook it into there. Do I need those power bars? No. Because maybe... Take that in there. And then we can hook this in. We can have this do input priority. on the actual patch itself. So how then do I do similar here? Because that's both the iron, but we also have a steel thing. Could maybe... disconnect all my power. That's what I could do. So I'm thinking if I hook it in here, so we do a splitter here. Just that way I can get it to prioritise input from the patch. I want to, obviously, I just want to get rid of the patch as part of the process. It's not sort of worth like, keeping it hanging around for ages. But we can tell this splitter here to prioritise sending it to the actual iron. No, wrong one. There we go. No, put that wrong way around. So it's very messy, but it's not fun if it's not messy. I do have red belt, so I could go and just turn this splitter into a red splitter. But the problem really is the stacks, essentially, is what we need there to speed that up. Even just, you know, the actual boosting research rather than the thing. Because if I delivered more iron ore, they wouldn't really load faster. I mean, that's a rubbish thing to do anyway. You shouldn't really do stuff like that, but because they don't take things from the belts in the right way, you know, for that to be efficient. But it doesn't matter. As we can see, they're only loading it in, you know, the amount in that chest is just going up and down because they're loading it at the rate that they're loading it. Or filling the chest at the rate that it's being put in. Because there's no, as I say, everything's one item, I think, stack. Or do you get a second one? I can never remember. I know what I'm talking about. I'm starting to gibber, which tends to suggest, and it is 5:30, that we've been playing enough. Get rid of you, you. All that messing about, and then it's gone anyway. Right. Because I've created a loop, haven't I? Whoops. Because that is coming in there, and then going down there, and then going down there, and going around there, and going around there, and going around there. So I created myself a nice figure of 8. Anyway. Let's see if we can't start making some robots. Now what we do need, of course, is some portable... some Roboports. Now, is there a nice little place that we can just stick those in? Can we put them in here somehow? So if you were doing Roboports, then you would need gears, you would need steel, and you would need red circuits. So hungry, Roboports. So many resources. Okay, so that's that done. If we then say that we want some of both bots, so loggies and construction. I'm just going to do a few type approach. I'm not going to do fancy controls on them. We'll just every so often, because I might be able to spaghetti that grid circuits around as well. Every so often we'll just top up the network or what have you, because this is all very temporary. But yeah, we'll have a couple of stacks of constructions, a couple of stacks of them. They both need the actual things, and it's green for you. Cross. Green for you. And red for you, is it? I think I might. No, I can't. So which side would I need to, if I just wanted? Let's do that. Oh, 50 already. I guess that's because this box was so full. Doing modules and stuff as well now. Really getting into the meat of the complicated stuff. Anything else that we've made? I guess there's the whole chests thing. And they're red and green, aren't they? I keep moving this power pole. It's the most redundant power pole. But they also need steel. In fact, they need chests, don't they? Made from, the chests with circuits added. Right. I think I might just do a few, basically. So, put some storage chests down, and then we will literally put a few in a box so that we can make like a stack, basically, because you're using logibots and construction bots, it's always worth having some storage available. Right, well, that was kind of what I was hoping to do in this stream. Get a few things up and running. We do have now, do we not? Yes, Roboports. So, I guess the question really is, what am I actually going to use this for? Because obviously I want the personal stuff, but I got to do a load of researches to get that. Don't know that I need. I mean, I could just set this up as like a proper, place all these with storage chests, and do it so that I can just order in the stuff. Problem is, at this stage, the bots are so slow. It's actually just easier and quicker to go and grab the stuff yourself. Because the next phase, what we need to do now, basically, is kind of grab an area here. Where's going to be best? Probably there. Something like that. And actually do a dedicated little science build, basically, so that I can make red, green, blue at a reasonable scale, because we're getting into that stage where that becomes actually worth doing. Because we're getting lots of expensive things going in, and we could probably keep this as a manufacturing hub, and I could take all the sciencey bits out, and we could just make appropriate things, basically. Because the aim of the series really is just for me to re-familiarise myself with what vanilla looks like. That's kind of all I'm really trying to do. I also want to try and not do my thing, which I usually do on these streams, where I kind of get to a point where I suddenly decide, right, I'm going to simultaneously delete my old base and build a big new base at the same time. That's like a massive 500 science a minute bus-based base. And so you get this point in my streams I've done where it just becomes like this grind of me putting down millions of belts, basically. So I want to kind of avoid that, really, and just play it a bit more in a sensible way. We're not going to aim for, say, 500 science or anything. We're really just talking about, let's get some rockets launched, get a Spidertron maybe, have some fun killing some biters with artillery and etc. Maybe nuke a few of them, just for old time's sake. And then we'll call it done. And hopefully that should also take us up to the release date, really. So as I say, I don't want to... I prefer to just keep this going as, like, this is my manufacturing hub, and I'll, never not make chemical labs and stuff here. We'll just always have that, and I'll just upgrade the machines and what have you, and we can just, upgrade these, get rid of the things. We'll just have some furnace stacks there, and that'll be my production hub. Furnace stacks, which is why I want to keep this oil, but we can then use either, well, probably that oil, and wasn't there another one? Yeah, there's a nice one here, you see. So I can maybe feed that one into this main base, at the production hub. Keep that going. The plastics and red circuits and stuff. And then this one is used for actual science. Because we're actually ending up, to be honest with you, in quite a defensible... This could be a bit tricky. But we're actually kind of getting a nice defensible thing. It's sort of revealing that perhaps this is, looking at the cliffs, basically. That could well, work around the corner there. In fact, we've got half an hour left. I don't want to do anything that involves too much thinking. So how about we go and check out what the area looks like and what pinch points might be. Oh, where did I put the tank? It's up there, okay. Sort of expand our striking, which is dark, isn't it? Expand our understanding of the area. Because, yeah, I think that was all I was really trying to get to today. It's not proven too difficult. So I don't think we've been attacked even. I could easily have missed it, but I don't recall seeing the alert coming up. Let's go and have a look and see what those biters on the uranium might look like. Down here. Because they're the ones that might be getting some pollutions. Let's have a look-see. I took the ammo out, didn't I? And I didn't go and get any more. Let's go get some bullets. I'm really enjoying this actually. It's weirdly chill. And I think it is literally just because all of the other series I've been playing with all the modded overhaul mods, I've just added like so much complexity that you kind of forget that actually this is, a lot simpler than that. Is that full now? It is? Okay, grab them as well. I'm not having to manage 25 different fluids and doing flare stacks and all sorts of stuff for bobs, and we've not got very many of them at all, have we? Nuts. Okay. It's only a stack for me. I wonder if I've got... Because I think we're evolved enough that we're not really going to get medium biters. You know, we're going to get mediums rather than smalls as such. What was I going to do? I was going to see how many I could... Maybe I could try and do a full stack. Because steel is going to be quite limited now. From what I've done. Okay, so put them in. So we've got a stack. Tank's got a stack. We could give you a full thing of them, which is so pointless. Okay, so... Again, and the flamer's just way better than the cannon. They got to do something about the cannon. My video... Oh look, we did get some attacks. Haha. My video kind of makes some suggestions about that, but I don't know that they're good suggestions. And it feels a bit like the Tesla Tower is kind of there to like offer the same effect in a sense. You know, because it's doing slowdown and stuff. Oh, am I... Wrong thing on. See, flamer plus just driving over them. So easy. It's messing about with cannon shells. Just get up there, get in their face, drive over their face. Okay. So those are the ones near the uranium. Let's have a pop at these as well. We've got the oil and stuff nicely available. See, it's easy. Nice messing about with cannons. You don't take damage. I mean, obviously, if I wander into the poison, I get damage. But when you're in the tank, you don't take damage from the poison. So it's kind of useful, but I say I just sort of going up there and driving over them is it's just the easiest thing to do. Okay, so let's have a look around here then. I guess last little bit. Make sure it is. Oh, we have a new colonisation. Welcome, guys. How's the party? Are you enjoying the punch? Cool. Is it worth taking these guys out? We're going to colonise over here. Well, might as well. We might as well. While we're wandering around. Yeah, let's do these two. Yeah. Yeah, quite like the poison side of this. This works. Might use this more often. But, don't think it has much advantage over... Let's say the cannon's just rubbish. The cannon can get in the bin. Don't want to lose the poison cloud. I'm taking out the worms there. So just driving over them is the best. Right. What we got then? So, get over here. We've got fuel in spot top. No, maybe it isn't. No, looks like it might be a lake situation rather than a nice ending type peninsula. Could be a choke point there. Plenty of biters there. Hello. Hi. Yes, yes. Not very friendly neighbours, are they? I mean, all I'm doing is just, you know, destroying the natural environment. I mean, you know. Okay, so that just end off. Cool. Yeah, so it looks like it might be a lake rather than a ending, but you never know. Okay. Right, I think we'll head home. Do we want to take out these other guys on the isle first? Just 15 minutes technically left. Go on then. Let's see if I can take out a bigger area with poison capture and stuff. We're going to do a safe point, I think. A runaway base. Say them in there. Maybe a bit of chaff. Oops. Get in. There we go. Right. Tank fixed. Captures on the go. Okay. Let's see if we can. It's a big advantage with the poison stuff, it takes out all the worms pretty quick. Certainly the smaller ones. Yeah, quite like that tactic. They don't generally tend to use the poison stuff. It's quite always seemed quite expensive for what it is, but that's not too ineffective, right? Okay, let's just leave that one. I can always run back up here. This is a smaller group, although it's right on a cliff, isn't it? The main advantage there is getting rid of those worms. Much as we can. See, just run them down. Right, let's take out this guy here. We had a nice fun excursion, exterminating the local, what is it? No, it's not fauna, isn't it? Flora. All those plants. Okay. Cool. Let's go pick up my turrets. I'll head back to base and call it there. Managed to get 3 hours in this, so... or close to. So, not too disappointed with that. Let's give that a repair. So yeah, so we got some more significant resources available. Oops, available there. Residue science. Does probably mean ramping up some production and stuff though, because I should probably build this science build based on a few trains delivering stuff. So we're going to need a lot more trains, I guess. I'm just wondering, maybe I could top up my stacks and stuff as well, just so that we're ready for next time. But yeah, I've also got a load of... in fact, have I got anything I can actually build? I have, but I need resources. Okay, let's put the tank up here. In fact, no, let's put it by that. By the crash spaceship. Now, what have you got in you? So if we give you all of that fuel, top that up, that, just full stack of them, and those, and in fact, let's put them in there. Okay. We can then make sure we've got one of those. Give you another one. Cool. I need to put steel in that box, don't I? So, let's see how much steel we can get. So steel is the bottleneck here. Although copper's running a bit low, isn't it? We can make cliff explosives now, can't we? That's a point. That is a point. Hmm. Put all of that in there. If we were to make cliff explosives, can we? Or is that... Yeah, I did. We would need grenades as well then. How can I guess if I put oh, that'll steel chests. Crikey. Oh, it's because I put them in for this one, didn't I? Let's take them then. Okay. So we need, in fact, I don't know, because I need barrels, don't I? I was saying on the other thing, I really hope barrels aren't returning. I really don't want to be shipping fluids around with barrels in Space Age. That sounds like it would be very annoying again. What else do you need? You need explosives, you need grenades as well. Okay, so we can put grenades in here. Can we? No, put grenades in there. A stack of grenades. You need steel, don't you? So you're now making barrels. So you need steel as well, which I've just run out of. Okay. Let's do a rundown here. I don't want many. I just want to be able to take out these cliffs so that I can make this into a proper furnace stack. But it won't take many. Right there. Cap that off at 1. Also need explosives. Cool. Cannon shells then. So it's chugging away. Do they stack to 200 then? Mickey. What a waste of time. So yeah, we have a stack of poison capsules. What else? Oh, crikey, got 20 Roboports. Heaven. I can get some of that. In fact, if I just take what we've made, I'm going to chop that off there. That. Cool. So we have some in a network, ready to go. Even if we're not really going to do much or anything with them, that's all fine and dandy. I need those, don't I, as well? Oh, thing there in case they need to do any work for me. And I will just top everything off as a last job. Why did I do that? Silly. Get rid of them. Okay, also put it there. Grenades then. Put them in there. What should we call it? No, the old cliff explosive. I've gone very mumbly, I'm very aware of that. Because I'm slightly delirious, I think. Mining drills. I don't really need them anymore. We've got Certus here. Excellent. Chests. Cool. Notes. What about, yeah, we'd have used up quite a few repair packs. I didn't touch with grenades, but we do. Okay, and then don't really need carry a lot of them, do I? Power pole's good. Right, yeah, we need those as well. Gonna keep a lot of rail, because as I say, we know, in fact, we probably want to be going to bi-directional rail. But we'll have a stack of trains, stack of them, we'll double that as well. Let's leave the fluid wagons though. Make sure that's a half stack. Them. And did I put those away? Did. To top those off. Cool. Flamers then. How many have I actually got? I've got more than I need, I think. And the wires are all good. Excellent. So I think that gives us a good good stash of pretty much everything. So we're ready to rumble next time. A lot of junk as per usual. Wouldn't be one of my plays without lots of junk there. Okay. Oh, that's a point. Can I make any of this cool stuff? We've got modular armor already. So I'd need solar panels really, wouldn't I? And steel. Need loads of steel. So yeah, I guess the thing really is the cliff explosives to let me do a proper stack. I could also... Wrong one. Oh, you're not made any. Why not? So I didn't put the barrels on. Okay. How many do they need? One grenade, okay. But 10 explosives. Right, cool. Yes, so if we can get them... Well, oh no, what I was going to say is I could make steel furnaces. I don't really like making... I know people kind of swear by them. I don't really like making steel furnaces. I'm not entirely sure. Have I done the research even? I don't think I've done... No, I haven't. So I couldn't make them anyway. That was a lie. But yeah, we could in theory make them and, you know, our stacks could become red science worthy, or I could, you know, just have what we've got. Oh look, completely messed up furnaces there. Yeah, we could make it, you know, so that it's half size but doing the volume, which probably makes more sense to some degree. But how many have I actually got already? 38, 40, yeah, so 40, so it would probably easy just to add on. You have to make it 48 and then we can steel furnace them in preparation for red belting. I imagine I probably won't use any blue belt in this, maybe a tiny little bit, but you don't really need to go to blue belt to do rockets and stuff. And also hugely resource expensive. Cool, so that's it. Today's Ramble Fest is done. Let's put the old scheduler. It should be all back to normal next week. I can't see that I will be still suffering from the cold. I managed to do okay today. It's really been more like a head cold. I haven't really had a cough and stuff, but it's meant I struggled to get to sleep, and that's why I've really been doing it. But also, I had like a lot of trouble swallowing, like a raw throat. But so no actual cough. It's all a bit weird. Pretty sure it's not COVID though. So that's good. Yes. The plan then, as I say, is to do basically SpaceX on Saturday, and this farewell to version 1 series on the Sunday. Both streams at 3 o'clock on British Summer Time. The other thing I usually promote is my YouTube channel, which has the VODs for all of these series. These ones I'll probably do a bit of a special thing where I put them all live because I'm going on holiday at the beginning of September. So what I'll probably do is just like stick them all live, like day by day, on when I'm on holiday, just because it's something a bit different to do in a sense, and you know, it sort of makes sense because that'll be right close to the thing. Whether I'll have actually finished the series, and that makes full sense, I don't know, and I rather doubt. But But yeah, so that's these won't, these ones, the version 1 farewell, won't be on there for a while, but the SpaceX ones are all up there and will continue being put up there. But there's also loads of other series. So there's my Bob's playthrough, Angel's playthrough, Crashtorio 2, what else? Megabase series that I did, Blueprints, Aesthetic series. Last two will return when we get Space Age. And then there's a whole load of other building and management games, Tectonica. That's getting a big update coming, I think, before Christmas. So I might try and do a series of that, but only once, I'm happy I've got enough Factorio stuff. Then there's Satisfactory. Again, obviously that comes out beginning of September as version 1. I will not be streaming that or doing any sort of Let's Play YouTube stuff. I'm sure eventually I will, but at launch I'll just leave it to the big guys in that arena to do their streaming thing. And then also several series of Dyson Sphere program. Again, I think that's getting its second combat update this Christmas, I would imagine. So it's an exciting time in the building and management arena. But the real thing that I promote is, or the thing I really, really like to promote, and that is kind of my almost reason for having the YouTube channel, is my Friday Facts read-throughs. Every Friday when they do a Friday Facts, I put up a video. It's analysing and speculating about the Friday Facts, and I try and add a lot of value. So I try and dig into topics that they just mention, and perhaps try and explain some of the technical things, because I've got a bit of a programming background and sort of I did a physics degree and all sorts of stuff like that. So try and provide a bit more context on them, but also then go wild and speculate on wild ideas and stuff that they might be doing for future, what we'll actually see in Space Age. They're a huge amount of fun to do, and people do seem to enjoy them, so they're well worth checking out if you don't know any of my stuff. The other thing to mention on that front is I will be doing a video on combat, speculating about what combat stuff we might get. We obviously had the reveal of the Tesla Tower, so that's sort of taken the surprise out of the section where I'm talking essentially about the Tesla Tower, or what I was thinking it might be. But otherwise, there's lots of other stuff in there that I think is relevant and might be things they might do. And so that will be going live at some point before Friday. I don't know when. It's whenever I got it edited, basically. I'm also then hoping to do a similar one on enemies. So what we might get with biters, etc., etc. That'll be a longer term one because I've not even written the script properly. So I'd need to film it and edit it, etc. And there's a very good chance on that one that they will gazump me. And there will be a Friday Facts on biters before I manage to get my video done. I'll probably, if they do, because I don't imagine they'll reveal everything about biters, but what I'll probably do is I'll chop out the bits that aren't, if I'm just repeating things they've already said or what have you, I might just do, these are the other bits that I thought about, sort of thing. So I'll probably try and still do a video, but I can't see them doing one Friday Facts that's just all about all of the biters, I wouldn't be surprised if we'd never get a Friday Facts about biters, and they want to just leave that as a surprise. So yeah, so that's me, that's all my stuff. If you have been watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus, this has been Factorio. Thanks for watching. Cheers.